Are we collapsing or are we going to continue going along? Well, my friends, make sure you stay right to the very end. I'm going to show you exactly what's busy happening out here. Don't believe anything that you're hearing out there on the internet, on YouTube. You know, everybody just got their own opinions, and I suppose I do too. So, your choice. Well, thank you very much for being here with me on the Crypto Bliss community. I see you have been enjoying my videos over the last couple days. So much appreciations to every single one of you. And let's delve right into today's content. I have so much ahead here for you. So please stay tuned with me because I am going to be sharing crazy amounts. But in the meantime, make sure you are part of the community and let me know down in the comments below by sharing us some love. Let's delve right in. So as you can see here, ignore the noise and buckle up because the blue line is the 2014 to 2017. The 2018 to 2021 is the yellow, and the 22 to 25 is currently the black line. We are probably going to get at least up to this zone, even if we don't, and for me, I think we're probably going to punch right through it. Probably be somewhere halfway between the 2 points here. Isn't it so interesting that this point here looks as though this just pumped up and this dumped, right? I would like to say to you that this cycle is very different considering everything that we have previously spoken about on this channel. If you don't know much about that, I'll leave the videos pinned up in the card above for you so you can just up to date yourself on the content. But of course, US BTC ETFs saw $9 billion of inflow over the last 5 weeks, while gold ETFs lost over 2.8 billion. Isn't that so interesting? The gold is the blue, of course, and Bitcoin is the black. Look at the difference here. So gold being sold for Bitcoin, I don't know. You let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about that. That would be quite interesting if that is happening. Now, of course, if we had to have a exquisite Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame says that. Now, of course, as you can see here, the stochastic RSI is doing a crossover right here at this point. As we've seen previously, when there's a crossover on the stochastic, there is a pullback. This is that point, and it's somewhat happening at the same point right now as it just previously happened around this zone here. Isn't it so interesting? Look at that area that we're currently at. Our M2 money supply says somewhat that we're having a little bit of a liquidity pullout. So could we come see this Bitcoin price fall all the way back down here to 94,000 on the weekly time frame before we continue up? I mean, on the weekly time frame, it is saying it's possible considering that this candle has engulfed this candle. This candle has not broken a low yet, so I'm keen to watch these lows build up a little bit. And if I have to draw this on the weekly time frame, have a look at that very, very interesting and wonderful little triangle pattern, okay? So, yeah, that's pretty cool for us at this moment, okay? And that's all I would say to you right now. So on the daily time frame, okay, look at that angle. And I probably am the first person that is busy showing you this on the internet. Very interesting. I did show you the bearish divergence here, and look what happened. Boom, we pulled down. Okay. Now the interesting here, before I move on, is that we're under the 10 moving average right now. So really the next moving average on the daily time frame is sitting around the 98,884 level, and that is at the 100. Below that is down here at the 618, which is aligning with the 100 and the 200. Could we pull down there? Only if we break this level here right now do I believe we will pull back down. Now, is that going to happen? I highly doubt so. So let's do this now. Let's pull this into the right path here. Look at that level. So buy, isn't it so interesting that the apex of this very, very prominent bullish flag, okay, might I say, and the flag, bull flag starts from down there. I'm just going to point that out to you. Okay, look at the apex, exactly in alignment on the 18th of June, where we have this M2 money liquidity supply pump up. So on the daily time frame, guys, we're really just chilling sideways here right now. I think we're going to just hover sideways up until mid-June. And then once mid-June comes, boom, a crack out of this level. Now, I just want to point something out to you on the daily time frame. If we are to have this magnificently strong, and you're going to ask, well, why is it from all the way down there? Guys, have a look at the pattern. Look at where it starts from. Look at where it's going. And the next target could take us up all the way, isn't that interesting, into the 145K level. Look at this move, okay? It doesn't mean it's going to go straight up like a needle, man. It's just going to hover around and go along the journey, just like we all are, right? So, thanks for being here. Here is more evidence from Tom Lee that we are about to go a lot higher than what I've just shared with you. So let's go and have a look.
95% of all Bitcoin's been mined, but 95% of the world doesn't own Bitcoin. So I just think that there's still a huge demand versus supply imbalance, meaning there's a lot more potential buyers of Bitcoin over the next 10 years. And so I think there's a lot of upside into year end.
Into your like 150 target.
Yeah, 150, maybe 200, even 250 this year.
What? 150 to 200 to even 250. And what's your, you don't have a terminal price on that, do you?
Well, it's, I think at a minimum it should have the same network value as gold. And if you look at above ground gold, it's probably 23 trillion. So that would be, you know, 1.2 million for Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin is more valuable than gold. So, you know, gold, I mean, Bitcoin could be 2 million, you know, 3 million long term. I mean, even higher. 90.
So as you can see, the evidence continues to pile up that Bitcoin is going way higher than where it is. So it doesn't matter if it goes down to 90,000, 93,000. Just keep accumulating as you should be accumulating. I'm going to share this with you right now. So this video was from a long time ago, okay? Have a look at the price of Bitcoin back then. $37,967.60. Now, my father had shared this with me over the weekend from doing this back then. So this was probably around 2022, just might I say, more or less. And you know, just really the simple truth behind it is that today we are currently sitting at a $104,000 price, which means we pretty much 3x'd from there already, right? So I'm not sure about you, but if you ain't yet subscribed to the Crypto Bliss channel, you ain't making money with me over the long term. So get over there, hit that subscription bell. That would be truly appreciated, and share this content with your friends and your family so that they know how to make money over the long term. I just showed you Bitcoin could potentially hit $3 million. Wait till the very end. I'm going to show you some very interesting facts about what that looks like over the course of the next 5, 10, 15 years. Stay with me. So considering that MicroStrategy buys 705 BTC for 75.1 million at an average price of 106,495 between May 26th and 1st of June, the dude keeps going. Doesn't matter how small, how big, he bites. If he will buy one Bitcoin if he could. Okay, and in the future, he's not even going to be able to buy whole Bitcoins anymore. All right. And here is an interesting and fascinating, this is from Gareth Jenkinson. He has an interview with Peter Schiff. Let's go and hear what Peter Schiff has to say here.
I found Peter Schiff on the floor, big gold bug, big anti-Bitcoin man.
You can't replace gold with Bitcoin, right? I can't make jewelry out of Bitcoin. I can't conduct electricity with Bitcoin. I mean, they make Bitcoin look like gold. When they draw it, it's they make it gold and they put a V on there and it's a coin, but it's just a string of numbers. It's not a coin. It doesn't have any color.
How much like research and homework have you done on that? And how do you really see it compared to gold?
And I'm a true Bitcoiner there.
I'm
holding it down to zero. I'm going down with the ship like everybody.
I love it. The man says he's holding it down to zero. But my friends, When I draw out on this chart, let's shift it over to the monthly time frame. Okay, let's have a look at this. Bitcoin has only ever gone up. It's gone from zero and it's gone from less than pennies to pushing up. Now, the interesting thing on the monthly time frame, isn't this so juicy and delicious? Over the next 5 years, look at 2030. Look at when we get this massive Thursday, 1st of March, we get this 29, we get this massive liquidity pump into the market. All right? Where do we think Bitcoin's going to go from there? On the monthly time frame, the blue has already crossed over on the stochastic RSI. So if I were you, I would absolutely not be selling any Bitcoin right now. Look at what that looks like on the monthly. We're ultra strong. We're getting ready to make our pump up here, pull back. That could possibly look like the bear market. That really does not look like that bad of a bear market. Okay, and then room up to the sky over here. And honestly, that takes us into kind of Saturday, 1 May 27. Sell in May, go away, right? That could be the bear market there. We could sit sideways and have a very short bear market. Guys, the evidence is proving more and more every time I do a video for you that Bitcoin is just going way higher for much longer, and more patience is required. Just remember, now that the total hash rate reaches a new all-time high of 950 million hashes, we're just under 110K. Guys, when hashes go up, look at hashes. When they go up, the price of Bitcoin goes up. Okay? When the hashes go up, the price of Bitcoin goes up. It's as simple as that. Look at what happened when hashes started to collapse here. Okay? The Bitcoin price went straight into a bear market. We are pumping, breaking all-time highs here. It continues to go up. The US spot Bitcoin ETFs have bought now over 50,362 BTC just in May alone, which brings the total of 1,205,626 Bitcoin that is held by the US ETFs. I don't think you know how insane that is. That is really ridiculous considering there's only 21 million in supply and about 17 million of them are available, and that is now a huge chunk out of that 17 million. If you own Bitcoin, make some noise down in the comments below, because as you can see, these ETFs are scooping up because they know how to lend against their Bitcoin and make more money, because that's what the system is. And that's why Bitcoin is what it is. So if you don't have Bitcoin to leverage against this poor fiat system, my friend, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Use my Bybit link down below. Get yourself some Bitcoin. Don't trade it. Just get yourself some Bitcoin and store it on a ledger, which is down in the description of the video below. Get yourself some Bitcoin. Right now, do I think we're going to go any lower on Bitcoin? There's a bit of a channel here, but like I just drew for you really on the daily time frame, just remember where we're at. Just be patient. We're in a little bit of a capitulation phase. The same as you see here. We're just in a little bit of a downward slope right here. You need pullbacks when you have long pumps. It's just what the market is supposed to do. And just remember that the big boys do not want Bitcoin to break through this 110K level and continue, because that will mean they will have to pay much higher prices. So they're trying their hardest to accumulate as much of it as below this price as they possibly can, because once it goes, it's going much higher, much faster, for much longer. And well, some more evidence of this is MetaPlanet just bought another 1,088 Bitcoin for 117.3 million, now holding a total of 8,888 Bitcoin on his balance sheet. That is flipping phenomenal. And Bitcoin in May closes at 104,646. We are currently still on track for a bull cycle. We're in a bull cycle. We continue to go long. The moment we get a yellow, okay, you can see when we get yellow, that means we're in distribution. Currently, we're in a bull market, and I don't see anything changing for now. If you do, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Because even here, if we have to look at the new all-time high, okay, of 111K, the stock to flow model says that we are possibly due up to at least $550 to $600,000 on a per Bitcoin based on the stock to flow model. Now, the stock to flow model, you can see here, we're starting to get into the orange. It's starting to get a little bit into the orange here. Once it gets into the orange, we have some time left, a couple months, okay, some time left, a couple months, before we start getting into the yellow and start our pullback and on our way down into the cool off time. Now, here's the interesting fact. Currently, gold holds a market cap of 22.8 million. Just like Mr. Tom Lee said, let's round it off to 23 trillion. Excuse me, 22.8 trillion. Bitcoin is only sitting at 2 trillion and silver is 1.9 trillion. Bitcoin is the 6th largest asset by market cap in the whole world. And if it hits Tom Lee's prediction of 23 trillion, which means it'll gobble all of this up and become the world's largest asset by market cap, okay, which it's going to do, one Bitcoin would be worth 1.158777 million. Now, that is very, very, very beautiful and very, very powerful, right? Now, Tom Lee also said, now, just from here, by the way, that's a 15x gain on your money. You're going to 15x gain on your money in the next 5 years? 5 years. We're going to 15x gain. Imagine when Bitcoin hits a $3 million price now, my friends. A $3 million price takes us up to a $60 trillion market cap. I think at that point, Bitcoin is crushing gold in market cap. Gold may be half of that market cap at some point, meaning there's a $6,000 to $8,000 gold price, possibly, gents, ladies, gents. But when we hit $3 million from where we're at today, that will give us a 38.8x on your money. Now, aren't you interested in possibly just taking the number one on the way to the number one asset? And I'm telling you right now, it is the number one asset in the world. It's going to gobble all of these up. Then make sure you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community. Thank you for being here with me once again. And I truly appreciate you. Yes, my trades might not be doing the best right now. I'm okay with that. I'm going to be adding more to my Ethereum trade, most absolutely certainly right now. Thank you for being here. Truly appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.